Rosell. We appreciate you so much. The information was astounding that you provided for us last week. And you said you would talk a bit about America today. Go right ahead, sir. Give us a little bit of a background on what we'll be discussing.
Oh, a wide range of all kind of goodies. Today we're going to talk about some discoveries in America, and also we're going to get into the history of ancient America anterior to the time of Columbus, proving the identities of the Aborigines with the tyrants and Israel. So it shows Israelites in America when they should not be in America. But we'll get into that tonight.
Sounds interesting so far. You already have me intrigued, Mr. Rosell. Your information is always astounding, sir. I have to say that you being a researcher of historical information, I know that your notoriety is just awesome. As far as the information that you brought to the platform is so appreciated. So yes, definitely go right ahead. Let's get into this. I'm excited.
Okay. Give me 1 second. Oh, make sure I'm not muted. Okay, give me 1 second. I'm trying to share your YouTube here.
Okay. Take your time.
I'm gonna share it here on Facebook so we can get some more people to come over before I get started.
Definitely. Well, I'll let you take a moment to get together what I'm going to do for the audience. I'm going to give them a view into some music from the conscious community. You know, I like to bring them something new here and there so they can make sure that they're staying. Say that again.
Please go ahead. Yes, let's get the spirit going.
Yes. You know we like to do that. We got one of these young brothers that got that fire energy telling some truth. All right, guys, what I'm going to do now is bring to you a new artist to us, not new to the general world, but to our platform. As you know, I like to bring some conscious music promoting the gentlemen that are actually taking time to spit a true word, making sure they're trying to open portals in people's minds to make them think about things other than the general assumption of what we're supposed to be doing or where we're at, so on and so forth, right? So let's hear this song. It is called KOHS, Lil Bit, shot by Forever Lazy Films. This is an independent film, I believe, record label, I believe. This young man's name is King of Higher Self, better known as Aladdin. Let's get this going, guys. You're going to like this. Here we go. Look at the delay here. Get this going. Guys. Oh, I had this problem before. Excuse the delay, guys. Here we go. Hey, I don't know what happened there. Give me a second, guys. You know, I've been experiencing some internet issues since moving to my new area. I do apologize for any type of technical issues that I'm experiencing at this time. It will not be happening much longer. I'm going to be getting that fixed soon. I appreciate it. All right, all right, all right. Let's hear it for Mr. King of Higher Self, Aladdin. That song, you guys can find that on YouTube under King of Higher Self, Aladdin. Subscribe to his channel and hear a little more conscious music. How'd you like that one, James? That was pretty nice. I like that.
Yep. I was over here
Are you there,
jamming.
James? Oh, I'm sorry, babe. Yes, yes, the brother put it down, telling the truth. He said they ain't rapping about nothing. They all saying the same thing. He said they copying and pasting. Every song here, you hear about the same thing. Some drugs, some shaking ass, this beat, that whole that. Yeah, it's all the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
yes. All right, brother. You about ready? You want us to play
Oh,
another
I'm
one?
ready.
I know you like to hear your music, bro. All right, let's get to it, bro.
Oh, okay, let me share the screen here. All right.
Yes, I'm removing this now. And let
All
me know
right.
when you're ready, brother. I can get it up.
Okay, I am ready. All right, we're gonna not do that one first. Okay, and let me make it larger. So this book right here is called American Antiquities and Discoveries in the West. Okay, and I'm gonna share the link because I know everybody like to have the link. 1 second,
Yes.
I gotta see what page I'm on before I do that. 213. Okay.
All right. Get going.
All right, there we go. Now I can copy that. And I'm gonna drop
Just a
that in
moment,
there.
brother. Getting that pulled up.
I put it. I'm in the wrong chat. There we go.
All right, guys. And just so you guys know, we are streaming as well on SiStar Soul YouTube platform. And I will be interacting with the chat if there are any questions, and Mr. Rosell as well. All right.
All right. So I'm gonna make the book larger and everything. This is another book from the Library of Congress. Okay, I hear myself. I'm gonna turn my speakers down, I guess.
Hold on, brother. 1 second. It's not sharing. Let me get that back up. I apologize. I'm
Okay,
having a short delay with the screen, but it's coming.
no problem. So So you'll see the Library of Congress symbol. Let's see.
All right, I'm bringing it up now, James. Thanks so much for your patience. I apologize for the delay.
Okay. And okay, there we go. I can hear myself real good. Okay. So right here, we back to the book. We just oh, okay. I think your speakers are too loud or your microphone is too sensitive.
All right, what I'm going to do is mute. They'll still be able to hear over here, sir. Sorry about that.
Well, okay, that's fine. Okay, so this is the front cover of the book, and I just I like to show everybody the Library of Congress seal, and we're just gonna get on down into the book. Now, some of these pictures that it's gonna show us, these are artifacts that were found in America, and they using them on different pages. So say that you're on page 262, they'll tell you to go to this item here and so on. But all of these artifacts was found here, okay? Thus far of what they're showing us, okay? I know I may be scrolling kind of fast, but it's a lot of good things in this book that has been recorded. So we're gonna get into it. Zoom out just a little bit. Here we are. The American Antiquities and the Discoveries in the West, being an expedition of evidence. Okay. That what they have here, the ancient population of particularly civilized nations differing from those of the present Indian people of America. So they know there's a difference, because the Indians today that we see, if they was truly the people of the land, and I'm gonna turn my camera on real quick, y'all. Give me a second so y'all can see me. There we go. So if they were truly the people of the land, then they would continue on building pyramids, the things that their ancestors was doing, but they're not doing that. Okay, turn it this way a little bit. So when you see this book here, and you think about the people that they call Negro or whatnot, when we first came out of this so-called slavery or the Great Depression, however they want to call it, whatever, we built colleges all across the eastern side of the United States, from FAMU all the way up to Hampton, Virginia. We built all of those colleges, okay? And if you look at the work of some of those colleges, the old buildings, you will see some of this work that they are calling today or in this book. Look at this, a description of their stupendous works now in ruins. And remember, they went all through America blowing everything up, blowing it all up. But anyway, we're going to get into the book. That was just for those fake Indians that's been trying to, point fingers and try to talk about people. We're going to show that you really don't know what you're talking about. Okay. So we're going to get on into this book. The preface, he talks about a few things in this book. As you can see, Greeks, Roman, Israelites, all of that is all of these same names you see all the time popping up in this book. So let's get into it. Now, it's talking about the discoveries in the West, in America. Discoveries, right? That's what the book said, right? So in the location of Mount Ararat, hence mankind, after the flood reopened the earth. The table of contents is really good. Look at this. Origins of human complexions with ancient significance. 3 sons of Noah. So, it get into the Noah story right here. Respecting a division of the earth by Noah between his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. it gets deep in this book. I'm looking for the discoveries. You see what I'm saying? And in the first couple of chapters, we talking about the Bible again. We talking about the flood if we talking about Noah. And then we talking about Shem, Ham, and Japheth. This is written history document at the Library of Congress, and it goes straight biblical within the first 24 chapters. So we come on down. Antiquities of Western America and the works of ancient nations. What is this? Supposed ruins of Roman fort in Marietta, Ohio. Can't make this stuff up, y'all.
All these facts right in our face.
Yes, yes. Look at this. The course of the 10 lost tribes of Israel when they left Assyria for the country of Azareth. Again, where are we? Where are we? you can't.
It says Azareth. Where is Azareth, brother?
We have to get it on the map. I'm not too sure where it's at either. I just not too long got Anion and Anon, Catheo, Kalalus. I finally got those tied down for sure where those are. So I have to look for this Azareth. But it's definitely in the Americas. Everything is in America, all of it. So when we'll go into that chapter 2. And then you can see right here convulsions of the globe, which separated America from the other 2 continents. You see how this is getting really good? You know, just going through the table of contents, we just gonna pick and choose, or we can vote on what chapter to go to. Because y'all tell me which way to go. I don't care. All the pages are good to me. Coming on. That's down. What I'm looking at. You don't know. You don't even know. Let me unmute. You don't even know which one to start at, brother. I was about to say, where you about to go? It all look great. I want to go here. Yeah. Look. We can vote. All right, guys. What do y'all think? Hey, guys. You guys can see the pages and what it's saying. Anyone have a particular suggestion of something they're interested in? Mr. Rosell has stated that vote on it. Hey, you guys have an idea, put it in the chat, and we'll start there. If there's anything you guys have seen interesting. Okay, and I'm sorry, guys, you're not able to participate. I didn't expect to have my call-in line open. I will next time, so you'll be able to call in. And if you have any questions for Mr. Rosell, I'll make sure I have that set up for you guys as well, so you can participate in any questioning and answering. So, yes, I'm sorry. Go ahead, James. Oh, you're fine. So I think one day you and I we went over this one part, traces of Egyptian customs in Kentucky in the discovery of coins or mummies, and we were saying it's the 411. You remember that? Yes. The info. Here go the info. Ancient Phoenician letters. And ancient people once living on the shores of the Mediterranean. Okay. What about 142, James? I haven't put anything in the chat. I guess they're pretty much open. What about 142, where it says discovery of a curious ivory image in a bone mound near Cincinnati, Ohio, by some supposed to represent the Virgin Mary, the child Jesus. Caverns of the West. Let's see what they talking about. We on the way. Hold on. What they talking about? Okay, so that's 142. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're going 142. We definitely going. Hold on. Let's see. Okay. Look at that story of the Kaluma Mena. All right, you stopped at the same thing. It's 164, story of the Caterpillar Band, the giant chief of an American island. A further account of discoveries in the West is given by the Antiquities Society at Cincinnati, so they may be connected. Boy,
Mm.
it's get good. I told you. So let's go to 142. Let's get there.
All right, guys, we're about to get started at 142. You guys can actually go to my YouTube channel. It is SiStarSoul.com. You'll be able to pull up the stream from today. Mr. Rosell has dropped it in the chat. The site is archives.org/details/American Antiquity. No, it's not. American Antiquity and Antiquit 00P /MODE /1 up Q =390. That's a lot. I suggest you guys definitely come over to the page and get that information if you want to get this book and download it. It's free to you. Okay, go ahead, James. I'm sorry about that.
Oh no, you're fine. You're fine. Oh, maybe my mic is too loud.
No, it's probably me, brother. I have it up a little louder just to make sure that it's getting picked up on the network.
Oh, okay.
But I'll mute. Let me just mute up because it's just echo because of the mute.
Okay. And let me get it on back. Trying to just not go too far. All right, let's see what we got. 144. All right, that must be it right there. Discoveries. Okay, this is what you wanted right here. Let's zoom in on that. 1 second. Boom. It didn't have to go that big. Let's move that out the way. And okay. Seems like it want to. I just zoomed it in. Okay, and here we are. Discovery of ivory image in a bone mound in Cincinnati. Okay, now this is my first time in this chapter. It seems to be good, but let's see what they have here. That says in the same borrow of which we have been speaking, the discovery of an ivory image which we consider more interesting and surpasses any discovery yet mentioned. It is said to be now in the cabinet of the rare collections, once in the possession of the illustrious Jefferson. Okay, so I don't want to read it word per word, but let me just get a gist of it and see where they're going with it. It says the count image is as follows. It is 7 inches in height. The figure is full length. The costume of a robe in necklace folds, well expressed, and the hair displayed in many ringlets. The child naked, oh, here they go, naked near the left breast, and the mother eye is bent on it with a strong expression of affection and endearment. Okay, here we go. Y'all just give me a second. Those who speak of the mother-in-law humanity, the Roman Catholics also themselves made it. So right here, this is suspect to me.
Right.
So let's see here. Okay, because it's going into the Roman Catholic Church, the Virgin Mary. But again, I put out the good, the bad, the ugly, the whatever. But we're not going to let this one little thing that's going to trip us up. But it seems suspicious to me. I would like to, to see this image. It could be a picture of someone else.
But you remember, brother, there's the black Mary and things. It could have been that.
Right. It could have been that as well.
Yeah, but that's all over. Remember that was the start. That's where they got the image from. So we know that was originally ours anyway. So yeah, that makes sense. So they in here they probably tried to change something. Does it say anything about the paleness? I didn't see anything to make it seem like it was,
Mm-hmm. Well, let's see. It reads about a prophecy that says this prophecy of Isaiah was known to the Greeks, for the Old Testament was translated into their language in the time of Ptolemy. Okay, we know Ptolemy is the first European ruler of Egypt. Philadelphus Oh man, look at that. Philadelphia just popped up. King of Egypt, nearly 300 years before the Christian era. Look at that. So Christianity again, not in America. And it referenced a book. It says, see Adams Clark's General Preface to the Old Testament. And it's in this book. It's on page 27. Look at that. That's outstanding. All right, coming on down. Let's see what they have
It
about.
is, brother. Yes, this is good. It's getting good already.
Okay, just trying to see what all the Greeks got going on here. Okay, they celebrated the idea of the Virgin Mother and her child. They had easily come into possession of the Romans and the Greeks. Okay. Carrying the kind of image with them, talisman, and from hence to America. Okay. So they saying it was brought to America. And that very well could have happened. Okay. Let's come on. Okay, we can see here, let's see. Consequently, long before the Scandinavians colonized Iceland, Greenland, and what is that, Labrador, on the American continent, the Christian religion was planted in the north of Europe, first in France in the year of 496, and then soon after in England. Okay, all right. So it's like they going into a whole nother story. It's more philosophy to me than, they telling a story of something that they found, but it's not something you can hold with weight. You get what I'm saying? And that's all they have on that one little piece. And then you said there was another page. What we said, 164? Was it 164? Okay, let me just zoom out a little bit. All right.
And just so you know, guys, real quick, today's show is brought to you by A.K. Randall's Natural Nature. You can find your holistic healthcare products at akrandlesnaturalnature.com. Anything from the detox tea to your organic natural pain away oil that is a miracle oil. And anyone that is interested in making a life change, I am also open for consultations. You can go to the website for that as well. Go right ahead, James. So sorry.
Yes, ma'am. So I was going to this other area, a further account of discoveries in the West. I thought it was talking about a giant chief. Was that a different page? You maybe said something about a giant chief, something back in the contents, the table of contents. Okay, let's see what they have here anyway. So this is by the Antiquarian Society in Cincinnati. So, these people, when you see that word antiquarian, these folks, they got something going on. Though they are the keepers or the holders of some very distinguished history. Okay, let's see what they have in here. So I read that little piece there. All right. Okay, let's talk about how they built something. So let me just go back to the front and I'll find a good subject for us. Give me 1 second. Boom. I want to find us some good juice in this book because I know the next book, we're going to spend some time in that next book because y'all going to have a whole bunch of questions for the next one. So I want to just make sure we have something good out of this book as well before we go to that one. So let me just zoom in. Traits of Mosaic history found amongst the Aztec Indians in Mexico. Ceremonies of fire worship, okay, by tribes in Arkansas. And they have, look at this, Western Antiquities compared to similar discoveries in Russia. That's interesting. Okay, ruins of the city of Otolum, built in Houston, 800 miles below New Orleans. So that puts Louisiana right up in there again. We're gonna come on down. Let's see here. I know it was one other book I wanted to see. Let's see. Look at that. State of Arts of Ancient Inhabitants of America, as shown by the article found, okay, in Tumuli. Okay, look at that. Voyages and shipping of the Mongol Tartars and settlements on west coast of America. Wow.
Interesting.
I think I'm gonna go to page 3. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go
let's
there.
check that out.
All right, so let's jump down there. Okay, not too far away. I think we can scroll through some of it. All right, not too fast and make it freeze. Let's take my time. All right, we're almost there. Well, look at that. Antediluvian ladders. That's before the flood. Interesting.
Yes. I like the antediluvian information. I actually reviewed some of that a couple of weeks back in detail. Very interesting information. Look at those the frequency pictures. That's just like phenomenal.
You know, I seen this before. It's in engineering.
What is it specifically pertaining to?
It's a circuit board.
Oh, it sure is. So, and you know what, James? You know how I always talk about, the computer. Obviously, they built a computer behind us, all of us. They wouldn't have known how to if they didn't know how to mock our system, right? So, this is kind of showing something similar to the motherboard in the computer.
Oh, I was just about to go
to Look at that. Oh, check that out. This is going somewhere else. Wait a minute. History and beyond. Let's get it, James.
Yep.
Let's get it.
Look, I came into the house. Let's get it. Y'all give me 1 second.
Yes, take your time, brother. Yes. Get it together. We ready. So let's see what we about to get into now, because this looks like some history and beyond. I'm telling you, you talking about old age technology when they try to act like technology is new. And I keep telling you guys that it's been from before. Everything back then, including the UFOs. The Germans had the UFOs here back in the 30s. The government got the information from them. They were actually working with the government, which is how it went down. So, stuff is fantastic. How the discovery of truth is right in your face. You just have to, pick up a rock and check it out. Take your time, brother.
No, I'm back. I had to run. Give me something to drink. Okay, but yes, that looked like a motherboard to me, and you can see how the current would flow.
Yep.
You got capacitors, like these nudges. Some of these could be capacitors. Positive, negative. Another could be audio. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, all of them in fours. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, man, this is a design of something. This is for a device. So if you pull up blueprint for engineering or they write it first, This is very similar how it would look.
Ooh, I got a book. Let me look and see if I see it real quick. That has that in there.
Okay.
Keep going, brother. I'm just gonna look real quick. I have an engineering book.
Right, right. There you go. Perfect thing. Mm. Well, this get interesting.
So let's see here. It says, let me see. I'm trying to see. It has pictures. It's one of these old. Let me show you it. Quick, James.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, I thought you were showing the picture.
Oh, I was. Look, I took myself away by mistake. Hold on. I'm trying to take the camera off. I'm just gonna get used to this. Okay. Let's see. Is this short?
Oh,
Oh, there it is. Oh. See, it's an old little one of these old books. It's an old mechanics book. Is it? Okay, there it is. See how it has like this? That's it's like
same thing.
and that's just yeah. It's showing in this book. This is like from 19 or 18 something. Let me see. It's a old. It says a mechanic's handbook. 18. This is from 1893. See how tiny it is? It's so cute. They used to take the books with them. But you see, it look just like that, James. That's crazy.
Yep.
The same type of. Did I take
Same
your stream
thing.
down, or did you take it down?
I took it down, but I can get back.
Okay, okay. Were you done reading? You want to just talk about some of the stuff, or?
Oh no, we're finna get to it.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, I was trying to. I'm just looking through here. I'm going to just see if I saw something that looked very much more similar to it. But yeah, you see the pictures the same.
Mm-hmm. All right, let me find the beginning of the chapter. All right, the voyages and shipping. All right. Okay, it says right here the western coast of the American continent, opposite of Japan Islands. It gives us a latitude and degrees, so it gives us the location. It tells you how to get there. I don't know how to do longitude, latitude, and all that. Let's see here. It would appear once the populace, which are the nations of Japan, shores. Okay.
As peopled. It says with such nations as peopled. That's strange, right?
That's past tense.
Right. It said peopled. Why does it say that? That's kind of.
Wasn't those cities empty back in the early years?
They had to have been, brother.
When you go to China, Hong Kong, you go, outside the inner. Is that my phone? Oh, okay. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Hello, this is James. Hey, Keita. Hey, I'm live right now. How can I help you? Yeah, I'm on SiStar Soul channel. Just come on over. Okay. Yeah, just an hour or so. Roger that.
All right, guys. Well, right now, Mr.
I apologize, you guys.
So what we're going to do is give him just a moment. It sounds like a personal call. He must have.
No, I'm back. She's one of the ones that watches us too. And she was just calling me, but she's gonna come over and she'll hit us up in the chat.
Oh, great, great.
Okay, so here we go, y'all. I'm sorry about that. It's just when I heard that ringtone, I was like, oh, that's somebody. That's somebody.
Right. I already know. That's what I said. I was trying to mute while I was talking. I was saying, hold on a minute, guys. Mr. Rosell got that phone call. You know how that is, bro. I'm gonna get that respect. You better.
You know, I try to help. I hate telling somebody no, man. So let's see. Let's get back to the subject. Voyages and shipping of the Mongol Tartars and their settlements on the western coast of America. Now, I'm telling you, if the word more pop up, I'm gonna have a fit.
Mm, mm,
I'm gonna have a fit if I see some Moors pop up. Okay.
mm. Please don't stay wherever you are.
I'm telling you.
With that.
A cross was made of fine marble, beautifully
Mm.
polished, about 3 feet high and three fingers in width and thickness. Okay, was found in an Indian temple. Thus, it appears was kept as a sacred piece in the palace of the Incas. Ooh, we in the Incas. Okay. And it was held with great veneration by the natives. Okay. Now here we go. When the Spaniards conquered
Mm.
that country, they enriched this cross with gold jewels. Now you see where all the gold coming from. Now they took the golds from the Inca now and placed it in a cathedral of what's that? Cusco.
Cusco? Never heard of that.
This is new info to me. I've never been in this chapter.
Mm.
That's why I tell everybody these books are good. It's hard to cover everything.
That's
Uh,
right.
but how it says, but how came this emblem of Christianity in America? So is he talking about a cross? Oh, it says a
That's what
cross.
I'm saying. Right, that the marble cross. It said, what is that? Where is that? Was that on the other page? Where was it
Oh,
at?
it's just above. I
Yeah,
see it.
doesn't it say there was a marble cross and it was saying how big it was, how wide it was. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the cross. So when the Spanish conquered the country, they enriched this cross with gold jewels and placed it in the cathedral. But how came this emblem of Christianity in America? Exactly.
Because the great one, they gave him the cross after he took everybody across the sea. So that's Tanub right there.
Mm.
And that's still taking us to Moses. Still taking us there. So we come on down some and we can see this is 1272 AD when that took place.
Okay, so question. I thought Christianity didn't come into play until well, no, that's not true. I'm thinking something else. I'm
No.
sorry, brother.
Well, in the other book I did the other day, we learned that they had Christian Moors in 711 over in Cordova
Right,
and over there. So we know that. So we know Christianity was over there, but it
right,
was brought over here.
right.
Let's see here. And it's talking about Japan, large Chinese vessels supposedly have been commanded by these Christian, what's that? Nestorians?
Nestorians. I was about to say, what's a Christian Nestorian? I've never heard of a Christian Nestorian.
Tell you new
Let me look it
words
up.
every
Let
day.
me look it up. Look it up while you're doing reading out.
Yeah, we want the definition of a Nestorian. Is that something like a historian?
Right.
That's
I
interesting.
see. Right. like seriously, they always historian, all these
And
different.
then it says, as officers being more trustworthy and more expert in warlike maneuvers than the Mogul natives. Interesting.
Okay, historianism definition, history, and churches. So let's see what it says. Or actually, historian Christianity. Let's check that one out.
Okay.
Interesting. Let's see. Page is moving slow, guys. I really apologize about this. Okay. It says Nestorianism. Okay. It's the Christian doctrine that Jesus existed as two persons. Really? I've never heard this.
What?
Okay. We got to hear something. Let's check this. Well, hold on, James. Did you hear this? Check this out. Hold on. This thing says Nestorianism, this word we've never heard of, says that it is the Christian doctrine that Jesus existed as two persons, the man Jesus and the divine Son of God, or Logos, rather than. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, page skips. Just a second. Or okay, Son of God or Logos, rather than as a unified person. This doctrine is identified with Nestorius, 386 to 451, Patriarch of Constantinople. This view of Christ was condemned at the Council of Ephesus in 431, and the conflict over this view led to the Nestorian schism, separating the Assyrian Church of the East from the Byzantine Church. I've never heard of that either. The Assyrian Church of the East refused to drop support for Nestorius and denounced him as a heretic. And it has continued to be called Nestorian in the West to distinguish it from other ancient Egypt churches. However, the Church of the East does not regard its doctrine as truly Nestorian, but rather teaches the view of Babe the Great that Christ has two gnome essences which are unmingled.
Wow.
I don't mean to laugh. Hold on, bro. Check this thing. So boom. You know how I said that the Christ spirit is what actually separates you from the physical, because when you come into the true light of the spirit, which is that Christos, this is where they get the aspect of the Christ. This is kind of a confirmation of that for me. I'm just putting it out there because it's saying that it was a separation. The only thing that could be separated would be self from self, which would be physical from spirit. That's only in my mind. That's not what it's saying. I'm just reading that. So I'll continue. Which are unmingled and eternally united in one persapa, one personality. According to some interpretations, the origin of this confusion is mostly historical and linguistic. For example, the Greeks had two words for person, which translated poorly into Syriac, and the meanings of these terms were not even quite settled during Nestorius' lifetime. So it's saying Nestorius in a sense or a reference to a person, but it's also talking about in a sense. If you heard that.
Mm. It's a lot to digest.
And it says down here, Christological implications. From the point of view of the Chalcedonian theology, which is held by most Western and Orthodox churches, the teaching of Nestorius has important consequences relating to soteriology. I've never heard of that. Soteriology, correct. So you know what that is. I've never heard that word.
Yes, pathology.
Oh, it is. And the theology. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, James.
I'm saying pathology, the first soter. Go ahead.
It says, and the theology of the Eucharist. The Eucharist. I had never heard of that. I don't believe. I think I've heard someone mention it, but I don't know what it is. It is the Eucharist is a ceremonial or memorial reenactment of the Last Supper between Jesus and his disciples, in which Christians partake in the body and the blood of Christ. It is also known as Holy Communion.
Oh, they ate them.
Oh,
they ate them.
That's what it's saying. Is that what?
That's
Hold on. Back up, bro. What you mean they ate them? Are you saying this is how they started doing the symbolism of it? Is because they actually ate this person's body, like in a sacrificial thing? Is that what you're saying?
yes, the flesh of my flesh. That is my
Mm,
bread. And they just said they took his blood too
right.
for communion. What do you do in communion? You act like you eating of the flesh with the
Yep.
bread
And drinking the blood. Cannibalism.
and
I tell
drinking of
people
the
that all the
blood.
time. Yeah.
No, that's cannibalism.
It's
That's right.
cannibalism. It's plain and simple, brother. If you're eating the blood and drinking the blood and eating of the flesh, I mean, what else could it be? I mean, let's not fool ourselves. That's crazy for people to think that that's not that. I mean, they really not looking at the things that these people have them doing in these rituals and these seances. Wow,
Did you ever read the book called The Electable Negro?
I've heard about that, but no, I have not, to be honest.
Type in go to your computer and type in the word elected and put the letter D in front of elected.
So de-elected,
Correct.
put a
De-elected.
space.
All one word.
Oh,
This
okay.
de-elected. ABLE at the end.
Okay, wait a minute. I thought you said Delected.
Okay, instead of ED, put a bowl. ABLE. De-electable.
Okay. Should I put book? You know how you put it in? There's a lot of things. No,
Give
Negro.
me give me a second. Let me do it because I forgot I'm sharing my screen. I'm sorry, y'all. I apologize. You don't have to do it.
Oh, okay.
I
I
got
could
you.
have pulled it up if you wanted to keep that up.
Oh yeah. I still got the tab. I want y'all to see it.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and we just want to look at the definition. Now, the definition of this word delectable, it says delicious, mouth-watering, appetizing, flavorsome,
Mm.
flavorful, delightful, lovable, adorable, captivating, charming, enchanting. Now, the name of the book again is The Delectable, The Delicious Negro. So let's type in that book so everybody can see the book.
Mm.
But we know that word means delicious. They don't want to show that book.
Mm. You know,
Oh,
something like that. They don't hide.
don't worry about it. I got you right here. And all you got to do is come over to my page. All right. Let me see if it's on. It's going to be on the live, and it's going to be. I know when I see it. Let me find it. Oh, it might be up on the regular then. Okay. Come on over here. Uh-oh, did they take my video one of 28? Okay, let me go back over here. Oh, don't tell me my video gone. We're gonna do another one.
Oh, they done took it down.
It's called
Mm.
The Electable Negro. Oh, here it is. It's What's for Dinner. Here we go. There it is. I'm gonna zoom it in for you. There go the book right there. The Delectable Negro.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
There go the book right
And
there. So the name, I have it. I did a video on it. It's called "It's What's for Dinner." You.
brother, real quick, brother, could you tell us what your YouTube channel is so my audience can hear? We're about to close the main radio show down in about 3 minutes. Would you please provide the information, sir, so they can subscribe and make sure that they're getting this information since you do videos sometimes?
Yes, ma'am. It's James Rosell, Rossell, and you just type my name in and it'll come up. Or you can find me under Negus Rosell, and that's NEGUSROSELL on YouTube.
Thanks, James. Appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to put it in the back chat, I'll drop it down in the
Okay.
where they have it.
There we go. There goes a bigger picture. There we go. And in this book, you're going to see how they ate Nat Turner. They ate
in that movie, Hannibal Lecter. That's what that movie is. It's like throwing it in your face, letting you know this like happens all the time. It's like some normal stuff, like sitting down to a fancy dinner for these people.
So these people said they ate their God. That's a tough pill to swallow right there. Okay, and it's hard to go back into this story after what we just talked about, huh? But,
right, it went way left. Look, bro, it went left.
That one word took us all the way to them eating to communion, to the Electable Negro, and then the Royal Navy, the Royal British Navy. They also ate their captives. So we're dealing with people that's used to eating human flesh.
And mercy. This information gets so deep, and we're just like we ain't even hit the head yet. We like getting ready to get to the top to almost crack the seal. This is like juicy.
And they talks about how they would get that person. If he was a stranger, they would be super friendly to him, and they probably try him on the third night.
Wow. James, we're going to get ready to close out. We not us. If you got a few more minutes, definitely stay with us. I want to look into a little more of that, bro. But I want to close this out real quick, if you don't mind. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in to SiStar Soul's Talk About It segment on the main radio. Make sure you're tuning in Sunday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time, and next Wednesday, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. We'll be always giving you guys some great information you already know, making sure you are staying aware and abreast of what's important. So thanks so much for tuning in, guys. I'll be getting with you guys Sunday. All right. Have a good one. We're out. Okay, James, go right ahead. I'm sorry. Continue on.
Yeah, I can't get over the communion.
That shit crazy. It's crazy. I can't look. That shit crazy.
Hold on, let me turn my camera on. Look, I just gotta show my face for a second. Look at y'all. I'm telling y'all,
look me too. I turned mine up and be like, no.
You can't make this stuff up, man.
You can't, bro. It's genuinely just crazy. It makes no sense. It makes no sense that we are doing. Our people have been doing this for thousands of years now. Like just continuing to do the same thing, following behind this ritual. It's literally a ritual.
Yep. And it's just wow, boy. Y'all got me on that one. What was that word again? Nestorian. And then it said Jesus had two sides.
Two sides. I was going back to that real quick. Let me see. Nestorian. It says Nestorian in China. It's talking about, and you mentioned China.
Mm-hmm.
It says there's even modern Nestorianism. The Assyrian Church of the East and Nestorian Church of the East and abroad represent a historical continuity with the Nestorian Christianity, though it is debated whether their doctrine is actually Nestorian. Some Protestant and Reformed church organizations have been accused at times of Nestorianism. However, it should be noted that the Protestants joined Roman Catholics and the Eastern Church in affirming the decision of the Council of Chalcedon, which repudiate both Nestorian theological and monophysite theology.
Mm. Wow. It just gets so
Monophysite.
deep. I'm
Mhm.
like, damn.
It gets more, yeah. Yeah. Well, brother, I appreciate you jumping on. I know you said you had some other things to do. I don't want to hold you if you have a few more minutes. Want to see if the chat had any questions, if you can, or what have you. That's fine. Or if you need to jump off, I really appreciate you for taking your time today. You just let me know.
Oh, okay. Well, I still have one more book.
Okay, that's good. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Now, this one I
Let's
know.
get it. Look, I ain't ready to go, bro. I just want to be, being considerate to you, of course.
Yes, ma'am. So this book
Yes.
right here. Oh, before I get started, let me get that link. So let's see here. Come on. Yep, it's on the right page. Copy. Wrong chat. That's bad. Apples. There we go. SiStar Soul right there. There we go. I got it in there. All right. Here we go. So this book right here is the Ancient History of America, Interior to the Time of Columbus, proving the identity of the Aborigines with the Tyrants and Israelites. The introduction of Christianity into the Western Hemisphere by Apostle St. Thomas. And this is one book you want to download. So please, when you go to this link, scroll down, go to the PDF, and download the PDF. I don't know how long they're going to leave this book up here. Okay. Now, this book is a book that was a report to the king of Prussia. Trying to get on down through the pages here. And George Jones. That way, let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. So, an original history of ancient America, founded upon the ruins of antiquity. Okay, the identity of the Aborigines with the people of Tyre, and the introduction of Christianity. Okay. Dedicated to His Grace, the Archbishop. Okay. Come on up. There we go. And that's pretty much where you can see the title better there. Okay. This is the letter to your grace, to the king of that time. See here. You can see, we read some of it. His Royal Highness thinks, especially with the reference subject matter of this present historic work. So y'all can kind of get the magnitude of what's going on here. We'll go through this dedication.
Yes.
Okay. He says, I will answer upon your letter, your subject, my sense of obedience to the suggestion of the Royal Highness. So you know he's gonna do his best work. Look at that. The introduction of Christianity in the Western Hemisphere by one of the 12 apostles in person. The founding of ancient America, more than 3 centuries previous to the sacred event. So that's, wow, it says what, 3 centuries? So this book is going to get into it. Okay, as you can see, the year 332 before Christ. Okay, get that in there. There we go. Now, this is to your majesty with feelings of enthusiasm. Okay. Okay. Now, this is him writing, letting him know he's going to do his best job. Okay. To your majesty. I'm not going to just read it from word to word, but I just want to come to this bottom part where it says the building of Solomon Temple at Jerusalem by Hiram of Tyrus. Y'all heard this name before, this Hiram. If you're a Mason, they call him Hiram of Biff. How can something godly go to something that's dealing with Satan worship? Okay, Hiram is a person of Tyrus. Okay, this is going to go into the Tecumseh and all of that as well. Okay. Okay. Look at this. Your branch of Christianity forgotten or neglected, for the sacred city of Jerusalem previously recorded your majesty magnificence, prolongating the divine faith of salvation. They telling you what they found here now. Can't make this stuff up. They telling you.
Yes, brother.
Get on putting
it here. Right. Look, putting it right in our face. It's like, just look. Just look.
Just look. As you can see, they said the author worked right the Israel Indian tragedy of the Tecumseh. Right there. This is the start of the Civil War right here. All of this right here. We've been fighting wars for years with these people. We are what's left. It says the investigations necessary for the writing of North America called into action the study of observation of years in relation to South America. Okay. Contemplating the newly discovered ruined cities and temples, okay, upon the Western continent. Okay, look at this. They talking about the Holy Writ. Can't make this stuff up. Let's get on in here, man. Get out this preface. Y'all get to see what it is. Y'all see. Get on down here.
Yes,
now, it has one warning in this book. It says, let me just drag it on back. As you can see, this book is protected by the new Act of Parliament and the Acts of Congress. Okay. By the former, especially as applied to England and her colonies. So it's protected by England as well. Any persons having in his possession for sale or hire any foreign edition of an English copyright is liable to heavy penalty, and any copy found in possession of a traveler, that's a Mason, the crime, or more, from abroad will be forfeited. Will be forfeited. Stop claiming stuff you don't know nothing about. Okay? So right here is chapter, and it's getting into the Tecumseh, getting us into the chiefdom of the Tecumseh, the following language used. Okay? I get on in here so I can see most of it here. Okay, so I don't want to just skip to page 10. I just want to, talk a little bit and kind of go over some of the things that's in here. This book will turn biblical. Okay, so what you think of the Bible, just put that to the side. We want to see the facts, and then you can use some of the Bible stories or whatever that's in the Bible, and you can relate it to the facts. Okay. But as you can see, they said the lately recovered ruined cities and temples in Central America, and of which no ancient record is to be found because they destroyed everything, have shattered the chain of acknowledged history to atoms. Okay? And until that chain is again united by a firmly established theory, education herself must pause. Okay? Okay, that's just somebody giving their little words out. We're going to get on down here. As you can see, it's some scripture in here. Okay? I'm just going to get on down into it. But as you can see, we had temples and palaces all over, rich dwellings, splendid mansions. We had mansions back then.
Where them big old brick pretty buildings came from that they try to talk about them the white Europeans built.
Yes. You can see there, they got the north, their temple, azure canopy of Jehovah. It all goes biblical. All of it. Let me get on down here. So y'all see all the good stuff. Let's get to the ugly. Let me get on down here to page 10. So they know who you are, but look what they choose to do to you once they know who you are. The name Indian applied to the original habitant, both America and Canada. So we wasn't calling ourselves Indians. Again, you can see it right here. You about to go to work, boo? Okay. Have a good day and everything. All right. Let's see here. Coming on down. So they know they gave the word Indian. Now let's get to the why. So we get over here. It says these names seem to at once to specify their origins. It's like I hear a noise every time.
It might be me, bro. I'm gonna mute it.
I'm gonna step back from it. Okay, and unforeseen gal having cast him upon the islands of what's that, Sardinia, and then from believing that he had reached the intended object of his voyage, he should have called the latter inhabitants British. So check this out. We therefore discard the name of the Indians as applied to the natives of the Western continent. They got rid of your names. It will remain in the tragedy of the Tecumseh for local purposes. Now, to get to the nitty gritty, you got to pull this book up. It's called The Tragedy of Tecumseh. And you're going to be into Deuteronomy 34. By the time you get to the end of this book, you're going to be reading about the death of Moses. But you got it in historical fact data. So they lied about the years Moses was walking around. When somebody talk about what year, don't nobody know. We don't know what the actual year is today, right now. It is not 2021. It is something else. All right. So come on down here.
Exactly that.
You can see where they took our names. Okay. And you can read up here. The Mexicans made us, we had circumcisions. We had scapping. You know what I'm saying? We had to have that scapping season. Chopping folks up, they don't belong over here. Look at this. The crucifixion not known to the natives. See that? Wasn't no crucifixion going on over here. See it right there. Let me highlight that in blue for you. Not known. Look at this. The Hebrew analogies. Now the Hebrew coming in. You see? Coming on down. What page I'm on? Because this is 11. Okay. But again, we're talking about the title of the book, Ancient America Before Columbus, and it's all biblical stuff. Can everybody see that it's biblical? Can we all agree on that it is? You see Hebrews, oh shit. Oh, I apologize. Look at this. Here it is, the practice. It says their practice of the laws of Moses. Look at that right there. That just snuck in there. Look at that. They practice it over here. They practice the laws. That's the first 5 books. That's the first 5 books. The 5 books of Moses. Damn, he pops up right here. By the law of Moses. The mother's purification was the last 40. Oh, okay. Check this out. To be pure was the last 40 days for a male and 80 days for a female. So everybody had days of purification. Wow. Look at that. 40 days for a male.
And specific day.
Yes. Look at that. So before, because you can't be with one woman and then go to another woman. That, as you can see, that don't work right here. So they giving you true God stuff in their observation, in their study. Right. What they're talking about, what they found, but they not knowing, they showing us the truth. And it resonates with us more than it resonates with them. It doesn't even resonate with them, I'm quite sure. They don't see what we see. And here we are. Egypt pops up. Egyptians.
Good old Egypt.
The Holy Writ is right there in the book. I know I'm not reading it like I should, but I'm just... When you see these words popping up, you just looking like, what is going on? Because I'm trying to learn about ancient America. But I keep seeing Egypt, Moses, Hebrews, Israelites. And remember, them Israelites went over to Africa, to the New Jerusalem, and tried to stake a claim over there. And them people, they almost got locked up and stuff. I'm telling y'all right now, you at home. You're not expelled up out of here. They trying to hide us.
Hmm. Keep it in the dark.
Keep it in the dark. Look at that. Hanging their harps as emblems of Jerusalem children in captivity and feel no shame in comparison of sorrow, grace, or beauty. See, these people, even when they
Ooh.
were locked up, just like our niggas today that's in prison, still
Right.
being there balling, still in there balling. See what I'm saying? We the same people.
Same people.
And then come on down here. Look what we got right here. Look at this. It says they have the Ark of the Covenant. How many times we read about it? Remember, we're at the Library of Congress reading this book.
The
So,
Northern Aboriginals.
mm.
The knowledge of the deluge and the dove of peace,
Mm. We have an
which
Ark
to
of the.
them is under the name of the medicine or mystery bird, is
Yes,
sacred
ma'am.
from the arrow of the hunter. Mm.
They have their Ark of the Covenant, which
Talk
deposits
about it.
mystery, seen only by the priests of the tribe. It is said to be a shell and supposed to give out oscular sounds. This is an analogy to the book of laws placed in the Ark of the Covenant by Moses preceding his death on Mount Nebo. Now, I think you and I already did a show on Mount Nebo, didn't we?
Yep,
So,
definitely. Confirmation.
so what's that? The death of Moses, Deuteronomy 34, right there. The
Mm.
ark is never suffered to touch the earth, but it's always raised
On the
on a
stand of
stand.
wood.
Man, you
Now
can't
I
make
heard
this.
some years back that the ark was stolen, and then I heard that that's a lie because it's always been hidden. So
Right?
that's kind of questionable. What do you know about that, James? What you heard about that?
The ark is now stolen.
It is right. Okay, I thought I heard that, but then they said that it was so hidden nobody could find it. So obviously, all of that blowing up of different war places, this, and that. I talked about this a few years ago. I think they were looking for the Ark of the Covenant then.
Okay,
There's
now check
something
it out.
else. Oh, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, check it out. So if you watch the movie Indiana Jones,
Hmm.
the Crystal Skull, the last Indiana Jones movie, they show you the ark. He crashes into a box, and it shows you the ark in a military facility, but it's out in Utah.
Mm.
Watch the
Mm.
movie, last Indiana Jones movie, right at the beginning. They racing, they doing a little racing, and they pull into a military facility, and they got Dr. Jones in there, and they in Utah.
Mm.
So it's telling us the art is somewhere in Utah just by the movie, but it's showing us it's in America. It's not in Africa.
Right.
And here they
Right.
are talking about an Ark of the Covenant, and we're talking about ancient America before Columbus came.
Now you know what's gonna trip me out if they read if we read anything that start talking about this black box.
The black box.
Yeah, with the black goo.
Oh, I don't know nothing about that.
Mm. I don't know if I want to talk about that on here. I talk about that
Okay,
private.
well, yeah, you're gonna have to tell me something about that. But it
Mm.
says the tribe will march into battles. Uh, is what they say right there. Similitude,
Similar
similitude
to. Hmm.
is here to Joshua at the siege of Jericho. So this is after they buried Moses. Look at how the landmarks are popping up in a historical recorded book from the library.
Exactly.
They said Moses climbed to Mount Moab from Mount Nebo. You see what I'm saying? And then they had to go fight the war. Here they are saying they're going into battle at Jericho, at the
Mm.
siege. See, the Bible left stuff out, but
Right, because they had to change it, brother, to make it sound different.
Yep.
Mm.
Look at that. You said they had an encampment. It is surrounded by 12 stones, indicative the original number of the tribes of their ancestors. Look at that. You can't make this stuff up, man.
It's right in your face, black and
It's
white.
everything. And they keep, there go Egypt again. Then Moses take his people out of Egypt. So don't claim
Exactly.
Egypt.
Even when they be talking about that Cairo, I be telling people it's a Cairo, Illinois. It looks just like how the Egypt look just like it has all the same type of statues, the structure, everything.
You just reminded me, girl.
Yep, in Cairo, Illinois, bro.
That's why I gotta be live with you. So check this out. We're gonna go over here. Go over here.
You want to pull it up? Yeah, pull it up.
I'm sharing.
Pull it up, bro. It's beautiful too. It's crazy. Look just like it. Like I mean, it's amazing how they just.
It's called the Field Museum.
Yeah, I love the Field Museum in Chicago. The museum. Yep. Listen, oh my gosh! Don't even talk about that museum, bro.
Okay, so in 1871, I got the correct date. 1871 was the first year they put Egyptian artifacts on display.
Okay, because they were there.
Right. Check this out. There we go. They didn't open their museum until 1902. How can you open?
Why it took so long?
Right. How can we have the artifacts before you?
Exactly. They was there. Bro, check this out. I be telling people about Chicago. Listen, they had, it used to be this big old giant Indian head right near that same museum. No, I'm lying. It used to be, I think it was by the Museum of Science and Industry, which the Museum of Science and Industry has a lot of stuff in it too. We ain't gonna get into that, but they got Egyptian stuff in there too. So the museum, they had, look up Wabanzi stones, I hope I'm saying it right.
Oh, I went to Wakanda first.
Ooh, Wakanda, Illinois, yeah. So Wakanda, Illinois.
Oh, what was the name of that stone again?
The Wabanzi, Wabansee. I believe it is Wabanzi. I think it's the Wabanzi stone. There's two different ones I'm thinking about, and they both have something to do with the indigenous stuff. But I believe this is the one it was on the in Chicago. Yeah, yep, that's it. And do you know they got the nerd had took it and hid it somewhere?
Because
Yep, they took it and hid it. It's been hidden for a while.
Wow, they even had it in the Chicago World Fair in 1893. Damn.
In 1893, before the museum was even there, and because it was there.
The museum was there in 1871.
Yes.
In Chicago.
Yeah.
Ooh, devastating.
And check this out. I keep telling people, like, a lot of the stuff, you know how they'll try to put the African, Pan-African stuff, right? What happened was some of the African people that were rich, some of the richer African people, they came and they traveled here. Some of them traveled here via their family, or, you know, they had money and they just traveled, right? It was an African guy. Oh gosh, I don't know why I can't remember this name. They got a whole thing in Chicago downtown with him. It'll come to me in a second. But it was an African guy that actually helped to cultivate Chicago, and he started helping with the trade, and he made the trade business foundation on the lake right there in Chicago. Now, I believe that he possibly, now this is just my own opinion, you know how they hide stuff. I believe that he possibly dedicated this stone to the indigenous people, and he had it made, he made this port because it was near this same port where he built everything and where everybody started coming from the other country. So unfortunately, this African man who came here, he was one of the first people to come over here to interrupt. Let me say that, with our indigenous people. And because he was an African, he was black, they seeing his color, they looking like, okay, they welcome him. And he didn't come doing nothing wrong, mind you. He came here because he was actually, his mom was his mom was what was she? His mom was black. And the dad, I'm trying to think what the dad was French and Dutch. So he was like, he was a black French and Dutchman, mind you, but he was French and Dutch, so they had money or whatever. So he came here, he started building or whatever. Do you know what happened when he built these ports up? He built buildings. It's some beautiful buildings in Chicago. Oh my God! If anybody ever goes to Chicago, just ride down Lake Michigan, look at the buildings. It's just something to see, especially at nighttime. Y'all done seen it in many movies, but anyway, just to really see it is like phenomenal. But that dude, they took supposedly, and he sold all of this land on the lake that he built, this whole port, a whole foundation he built, helping them cultivate, helping them trade, helping everybody do everything from every country for $1,200, bro. So you know what they did to that man? They stole from that man. Anyway, that's a whole nother story. So this is how they took over. It started with the porting and this and that and blah blah blah. It's funny you said that. So boom, I would think when they came and took over, and they moved him out of there, and they moved the indigenous people out of there. This is when they started the construction and finding all the stuff. And they just, we're going to make a museum, and we're going to do this, we're going to do that. They're talking about different, thinking about the things they did with taking our people and making them parts of the museum shows and stuff, So I'm just thinking that has something to do with that, because he was real prominent in building up a part of that, because that's where so much of a large indigenous foundation was, and also there's so many goods there.
Wow. Yeah, I love Illinois. I love researching Illinois all the way over to St. Louis. And I'm just looking at how they spell that Wabanzi. How you say it again?
Wabanzi stone.
Wabanzi. And look at that. That's wah right there.
Yep. Bansi is like that just made me think of Bantu. Right?
Yep. And here's Wakanda.
Wakanda, Illinois. And look at that.
They got the nerve to put a panther.
Got the nerve.
They know the truth though. That's all you need to see.
Look who was established when? In 18 what?
77.
Who the hell is this? Somebody in my chat block this person because I don't know who they is. I don't know why y'all don't see that. Where's my moderators? Come on, guys. Y'all we don't play these type of games. You already know they hate. Y'all hate, bitch. Take your ass. Yo, don't get me turned up in here, you bum ass. Look at it. Who is it? Who let this go on? All these moderators. I'm about to demoderate y'all. Y'all ain't helping me out. Y'all ain't my friend. Y'all don't love me. No, I'm just talking to y'all. Y'all must be paying attention. Come on, family. Thank you, Dusable. They got Dusable. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate you, babe. They have a museum, I believe. Still, they used to have a museum when I was young. They have a whole area downtown where one of the famous 5 Mile is right in that area as well. Yeah, Renee, I'm telling you, I thought I had some of my moderators in the chat, baby. I don't believe they let that go on like that. Like, really? All that? That's crazy. Where y'all at, though?
Let me come over there and see what's going on.
Yeah, bro, they tripping. Wait, let me go on the other thing. I don't know why from here it's not showing me like how to block or whatever.
I'll stop my share. Let me stop.
Don't stop. Why are you stopping your share, bro?
Oh, okay. I was gonna go over there and moderate while I'm talking.
Bro, let's get it. We ain't thinking about that. I think my people got it now. I mean, but dang, I was just wondering what happened. That was
So
real crazy.
these are the invaders. As you can see, it's Wakanda. And all the places that they tell us stories, movies, whether it's biblical, you can find it in reality. You can find it. You can find it. You do not have to go to Africa. Right now, what's that famous rapper from Africa name?
Oh, I know who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
He wanna build Wakanda in Africa.
Oh, I'm so mad. I was supposed to play Sister Alma's son song tonight. I forgot. I was gonna play another song, but we kept going, and it ended up being the last minute. I love his song too,
You can
sister. I
throw a
want to
song
play your
in.
baby song.
Go ahead and play it. We can
No,
take a
I
break.
play. No, no, no. I played it. I wanted to play it on the radio show, bro. I was gonna play it. I called, talked to her. I told her to make sure she sent it on that, and I didn't really forget, but we got caught up in the time and it got away from me. But now I remembered, like, damn, I said I wanted to do that because I love that song. It's really fire too. But I'm definitely gonna play it Sunday. I'm sorry, but go ahead. I just thought about it.
No problem.
Look who blessed me with her presence, Miss Neville. Thanks for coming in, sis. I know your little butt be busy. Appreciate you.
As you can see, I can pull up biblical places, which we know that those places are there by the mountains that the earth created. And then we can go to Wakanda, where great warriors and everything was in this area of Illinois. You see, they also found artifacts out of Illinois in the caves. And you can see some of those artifacts. They pulled the pyramid out of there with the Eye of Horus in it. And like I tell everybody, Egypt is right there in Chicago. It's right there. Chicago is Egypt. How about that? All the way over to St. Louis. You know, that is the main Mecca.
On Chicago, bro. It's a war. It's a war, bro. It's a war on Chicago. They know. They know what it is. They know that is some powerful stuff there. That was like one of the biggest indigenous and one of the first industrial lands in the United States. That's why a lot of people from the South ran there. Include my grandmother. That's why she left Arkansas and went there. Oh, it's something country in Chicago. Everybody when I moved to New York, everybody used to be like, "Oh, you talk country?" I'm like, "Really?" But yeah.
But as you can see, everyone knows about this spot, and it's plenty other areas. You can go to Mount Moab. You'll see some historical things there. Of course, I did Georgia. You can do. Let me turn the caps off. Serpent Mound, Ohio. We can go there. All of these are biblical places.
Look how beautiful it looks. Ooh.
Now, when you research this area in the book I gave y'all last week, Atlantis, the Antediluvian world, go to the Ohio Serpent Mound, and they're going to tell you that they pulled giants out of this mound. Historical fact that they pulled giants out of this mound. It's in the book. And he's going to tell you about the Lord's chamber that's up under here. So it's somewhere in here you can go underground. It might be on this side. Oh, this is a good picture. Let me pull that picture up.
So beautiful.
You see how big it is? It's not small. And I think it's down here. The entrance is on this side. Okay, but you can tell it's a structure.
Yeah, you see it. It's all up under there.
So when you go to the Atlantis book, the Antediluvian world, go to the Serpent Mound part, and they'll tell you how to even get into the chamber. They'll tell you exactly where it's at, and you can read that part, and they'll tell you about the giants they pulled underground. It's underground. It's below the serpent. And like I tell you, the serpent is holy. You see what I'm saying? The serpent is holy all over the world. Only in America is where the snake is evil. But they called this land the plum serpent. This
And that's where
land.
the giants lay under there.
Mm-hmm.
That's just that right there is something to me, because I talk about that a lot with the snake, and with them binding us, and using that and different things. It just makes me think about that minimizing us and, like, diminishing us and things of that nature because of that. I've talked about that before. It might sound a little crazy, but the fact of how we were giants. We were the giants. They talking about, the Nephilim, trying to make it like, these scary devil people. Shit, y'all was scared because we came down here. We was down here. Y'all came trying to do stuff, and we kicked y'all ass. But that's like way back yonder,
There you go. So you can see the depth right here. Yep. You can see
Dang.
the depth right there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's something up under it, but they don't want to say. But it's in the book. The book will tell you.
Bro, I did a live last week on the Hopi
The Hopi
people.
tribe.
Yep, the Hopi tribe, and it talked about the same, talked about them living underground, talked about the ant people, that helped them, all this other weird stuff. The half ant, half human people. Man, it's some weird stuff to be finding out and reading, and, like, man, trying to decipher this information be something else. You got to really have an open mind and try to, read between the lines and get it.
That's right. That's right. So all over America, like I say all the times, all over America, you can find what you want to find. If you're looking for something, it's here. If you're looking for something biblical, you can find it. If you're looking for something that was a fantasy and you want to find it in reality, it's here. All of it is here. Can't nobody explain why this stuff is here. The only people that can explain this is us.
That's right. Us to believe that we from somewhere else, so they can say, we did this, they didn't
We
have the
did
mind to
all of
build the
this.
type of stuff that we got going on over here.
Right.
Like, really.
And then they're gonna dig up all the temples. They're gonna dig up all the temples and say they did it. See what I'm
Ooh, look at
saying?
that picture with that sun right there. Ooh, that look beautiful.
Oh, this one right here.
Yeah, that look beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
I would
So
love to
going
wake
to
up one
the
morning laying on that grass.
right. That's why I tell everybody we can go see these places. It's all over America.
We should start. That's what we should do, bro. We should start planning a trip. We could plan. We can do this. It only take one or two of us to do this. We can get a bus, right? And we can be between the places that whoever want to do this with us, because this idea for me, because this just popped in my head, so I'm putting it out there. We can get a bus, right? We'll get the tickets for whoever want to come or participate, because obviously don't have to pay with gas or whatever. And then whoever wants to participate between on the places, we could, like, ride and pick people up on the way there, because if people are in different cities or whatever. We could work that out whatever kind of way. Maybe meet up in 2 or 3 cities, meet here, meet there. We can all go on the bus, however. And then we can, like, really go to these places, like do some meditation, like really, like, do some spiritual work. That's what I'm about. So, I'm down for that. Anybody interested, make sure y'all hit my email. Y'all already know. We can get with it. Look at that. Oh my gosh. I want to
Okay.
just go stand there.
Okay, so this is Solomon Temple.
Mm.
This is Solomon Temple. We if you go into the books again, the book I showed you tonight, it talks about Solomon Temple being at the foot of Israel. So when you go beyond this point, you're going into Israel. And that's all the way to DC. That's why they put DC where it's at.
Oh my gosh.
DC will be the kingdom where Moses was born. And the people of South Carolina would have been the ones that watched him and bathed him until he became of age.
You just put pieces of the puzzle together, and it's amazing how you start to see a better picture.
Mm-hmm. And that video. Mm-hmm.
That's what's going on right now with me.
Now, that video, I showed you that video, we was out here.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing but eagles. Nothing but eagles is out here, home of the eagles.
Yeah.
And when you hear them talk about Solomon Temple, they're gonna talk about all the eagles. And then when me and my girl made it to the top of the temple, they got eagles. They got two rock, what's that? Concrete eagles at the top of it. Oh, this is a good one right here. So right here, they give you a good thing. Somebody must have wrecked outside. I hear the ambulance. But they give you a good thing of Rock City. As you can see, many people could have lived in here, in this area.
Right.
And then you have to ask yourself, why would
Lots of
they
people.
kill the Indians? Why would they want to kill the Indians of this area? And it was because of the gold, the slate, the crystals, the diamonds, the quartz. All of that was found in this area, all the way down to Atlanta. From here to Atlanta, you can find all of that.
And then you know why they killed them? My first thought when you said that Lookout Mountain, because they were able to see them coming and everything they could do from that
Correct.
particular spot. So they know that if they got rid of the Indians, it wouldn't be nobody to guard that area, and they could just come in from all over the place.
And you see they got the Enchanted Trail right there. So it's stuff all over this mountain.
And them
And the
being on the
mountain,
ledge, and them having bullets, and them having arrows. The arrows can go but so far, but the bullet could probably go a little farther. So they standing up there on the ledge, and they trying to shoot down because they see them attacking. They looking like, all we gotta do is have so many people shooting, and we can just get rid of the ones right there, and we can get past.
they say you can see 7 states right there. That's how high up in the air you are.
7 states, and that's phenomenal. That you can see 7 states. That number.
And you remember when we went to the Holy Land, the Holy Grounds in this area? You see this big old rock right here? Remember, I walked up on the one just like that.
Yep.
Just like that.
Beautiful.
And look at this picture. You can almost see an old face that was there right there to the left.
Yes, brother. You sure can.
They took all of that stuff off the walls. They blew all that up.
Just like they did the nose and all that off the other one. Then they done took it and took the pyramids, moved them, took them over there to the so-called Egypt over there, and put them, rebuilt it. Got people thinking that the pyramids is built over there, not knowing that it wasn't shit over there until these people what they call it, reconstructed it and put it over there to give you another lie in the story and a piece of babble.
Correct. And we find out even up here, it says the Chattanooga and Chickamauga Wars. So we found out the Chattanooga is a people, not a place. It's a people. We found that out when we went there.
Was it 10 different tribes, brother?
Oh, go ahead, say that again.
I said, was it 10 different tribes under the Chattanooga? Do you know? Because I'm thinking when you said that, my mind or my spirit told me that the Chattanooga was the Chattanooga, Tennessee. It was 10 of the sea people. The sea people. I'm thinking
because this is Atlantis.
Yep. I believe it was 10 of the sea people. So it was 10 different tribes or different man. I wish we could find that out. Let me look it up while you're doing that, bro. Actually.
Okay, go ahead. Yes. So this area is old masonry. They got signs that you can't even walk in this area right here. This is blocked off to the tourists. You can only just look at that area right there. So they try to keep some of the stuff, and then a lot of areas is blocked off. We can't. They don't want no one going in certain chambers. But I'm quite sure we
got the nerve.
But we got a video. It's on my page. If you watch the video, we walked through this, and you can see everything that we see. I still don't like that bridge. You're too high off the ground for folks to be playing on this rickety bridge, man. I tell you. Okay, they showing that's an old picture right there. But
Oh, it
people,
actually it says it was 12 tribes, bro. Just to verify.
okay, 12. Okay, you know when
Mhm.
we was reading the book, it said 10 too.
It did say 10 in the book.
Wow. So that's stuff we can look into. The 12 tribes, or is it 10? Because in the book it say 10.
Right. Maybe it's the 12. Maybe that's in reference to the, like they say, the 12 tribes of Israel.
Mm-hmm.
And so they're putting it at the 12 tribes. So because they're knowing they have to keep a track of certain things. So they got to know. So they're using that 12 tribes because why would it say something different in the book? We definitely could check that out, bro, later, whenever. Because, yeah, that's interesting.
Balance rock. So all of this is something that's been, carved out, put together, or whatnot. But this is all of Georgia, Tennessee is conquered land. All of this is conquered land. It's sad the way how they doing it. It really is, and they know they're doing it to God's children. And so it's a price to pay for this. They gonna
Mm.
pay. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, let's cut that out right now. Come back over here. There we go. All right. Take me a quick break right here. So we go deep on your channel.
Yes,
I can
bro.
dig
I be
in.
liking the info. It's like, let's get to it. I'm gonna let you. Okay, take your break, bro. I'm gonna read this real quick. This is talking about retracing the trail of tears, the land, and the people. I'm not gonna go through the whole thing, but I'm gonna read this part. It says, um, when the Cherokees around Chattanooga speak of the Trail of Tears, they express a need, surely older than history, to stand on the soil of particular ancestor sites and invoke the time that made these places sacred. It is not enough for them to know of the events that imbue the site. The place itself needs to be touched at that exact spot. The character of the terrain, the juxtaposition of hills, forest, and field that with river and sky must be embraced with the eye, inhaled by the soul. I like that. Only in this way can the event be seared into the sheer memory. That is why Cherokee people must commemorate the actual path of the Trail of Tears and the precise locations of the interment camps that preceded. Many of our ancestors suffered and died on the Trail of Tears just because they were Cherokee. They were ripped out of their homes and marched off. We need to preserve the sites and places where we know this occurred while we can, before they're all developed and built over, and we have no place to go to remember. Grant is a rare registered Cherokee in the place of Chattanooga, Tennessee, where the Cherokee Nation once was dominant. It's something about that Cherokee Nation, though. As president of Applied Thermal Holdings, a multi-million-dollar business headquartered there, Grant is as comfortable as a Cherokee suspended between two cultures can be. His ancestors were equally assimilated into the white European culture in their time before the cruel brunt of the Indian Removal Act of 1830 finally fell in 1838 on his nation. They farmed the land. What you got to say about that, bro?
Oh, I got a video on that. I'm about to look for this video right now.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Let's
Y'all
get
don't
that
got me
going.
swallowed. Y'all
They
don't got.
tripping.
I'm back.
Come on back, bro. Come on back.
Go ahead,
Come
read some more.
back.
Read some more. I'm gonna go find this video.
It says they farmed the land, elected their leaders, published a newspaper in both Cherokee and English, and intermarried with the European farmers. Here they go. Between 1817 and 1837, the Choctaw, Muskogee Creek, Chickasaw, Seminole, and Cherokee tribes all were persuaded or compelled to give up their ancestral lands. Persuaded or propelled, really. The Cherokees had negotiated successful treaties with Washington, uh, deeding nearly 90% of their land to the U.S. government, and deeding nearly 90% of their land to the U.S. government. So 90% of land that the U.S. government is deeded to now as I said earlier, that 400 years of slave shit is over. Them beats have run the hell out. This is why they better act like they know. Okay. And many registered the edict to relocate the tribe to the unknown Indian territory to the west. Then, in rapid strikes from May 25th to June the 6th in 1838, some 16,000 Cherokee people were evicted by the U.S. Army and state military. So they leased the land out to them, and then they evict them. How the hell you evict us out some shit we leasing to y'all? Is you serious right now? That's why they trying to play these games with people. Often brutally from their homes in eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina, and South Carolina, and northern Georgia and Alabama. All prisoners of war. They were herded like freaking animals, herded into squalid interment camps and stockades near the Tennessee River from Chattanooga to Charleston, Tennessee, 40 miles north, to await a forced march to a reservation more than 800 miles away in Oklahoma. So they took them and put them in Oklahoma. Starvation and rampant illness took a heavy toll throughout the ordeal. Many would die on the journey to Oklahoma, and once there, many more demoralized, weakened, and sick from the march would die within the year. Ultimately, just 12,000 Cherokees would survive the relocation, so 4,000 died. The three main overland routes and the water route the tribe traveled would come to be called as one, the Trail of Tears. Those trails were never forgotten. Indeed, in the intervening years, the Trail of Tears has been iconographic, a cultural grail recalling not just the ordeal of the Cherokee, but the larger removal between 1830 and 1850 of nearly 100,000 Native Americans from their tribe lands. In eastern states and reservations west of the Mississippi River, the Trail of Tears was at last recognized by Congress. Wow, finally, in 1987, you dirty bitches. Oh, excuse me. As a National Historic Trail with the commemorative work to be administered by the National Park Service in cooperation with state and local agencies. Cooperation, relying assets. Cherokees, interested groups, and private landowners. Even so, commemorative of the trail is at best patchwork endeavor, requiring the voluntary cooperation of landowners. This is like a slap in people's face. And after more than 160 years of developing along the routes, opportunities to recognize segments of the trail are rare. This in part explains why the Trail of Tears holds bitter irony for Cherokees like Harley Grant, and why the chance to preserve a piece of the trail near his business is so important for the area's Cherokees, the fake ass Cherokees. He just said his people was happy. Okay, I ain't going there. As it turns out, Grant's thermal coatings plant is practically sitting on the first stretch of the Trail of Tears. Ain't that a bitch? His plant lies at the neck of the Moccasin Bend, a peninsula of ancient Indian land across the Tennessee River from downtown Chattanooga and Ross Landing, and the city's earliest ferry dock. The first two of 16 Trail of Tears detachments departing Chattanooga's intermediate camps by riverboat from Ross's Landing. A third detachment was ferried over to Moccasin Bend. Never heard of that. Then, under armed guards, marched along an old road, passing the site of Grant's present-day plant to the far side of Moccasin Bend. There at Brown's Ferry, this detachment of 1,000 Cherokee continued their long march toward Indian territory. Chattanooga's present-day Cherokees, with significant aid from the Trust of Public Land and many others in the community, are trying to preserve that first segment of the Trail of Tears, intending with the long-standing dream of making Moccasin Bend a national park. Ain't that a bitch? Y'all so kind. From the entrance to his offices, Grant gestures over his shoulder to the Trail of Tears route, a tangible piece of painful history barely a stone's throw away. It recalls his own Cherokee heritage, a heritage first expressed, then neglected to the point of becoming invisible to federal authorities and the white culture. But he was part of the white damn culture. What the hell are they talking about? And very adamant about my culture being portrayed in a positive light, defending the proud Cherokee people, and they were literally fighting for their lives. They had a very deep feeling for the land. They were very spiritual for Mother Earth. But with the coming of the Europeans, they had to adapt to the European way. Still, they had a very successful life. Then they resisted removal and were denied relief and relocation. Now, What we want is simple reverence for this part of the Trail of Tears in the Moccasin Bend. They're a damn lie. Y'all trying to take this shit because y'all was actors and shit and trying to take our shit. They right along with their ass liars. Cherokees in Chattanooga are quick to remind the listener that there are as many Trails of Tears as there are uprooted Cherokee families. You know that's the damn truth. A different one beginning at the threshold of every surrendering home. Still, most agree that the recognized Trail of Tears began at Moccasin Bend. This, together with the ancient Indian habitation of Moccasin Bend, has bolstered support for preservation of Moccasin Bend as a national park. You want to say something about that, bro, or you want me to finish reading a little more?
You was getting it in. I was like, wow.
This is crazy. They pissing me off. Look, this shit make me mad now.
And this is how they did everybody, though. It's not just the Cherokee. All the Indians had to go through this.
They did it with my grandmother people, and the whole line of that we came from too. Down in Arkansas, some went upstream, some went downstream, running and shit. I mean, this shit crazy. It's crazy just how they just act like. And hear how they was talking about the herded them like damn, like they was some cows or something. Like so insulting and disgusting. It just let me get it together. Okay. Moccasin Bend is best seen. This is an ancient Indian crossroads they're talking about. Moccasin Bend is best seen from Promontory or Lookout Mountain opposite the toe of the bend. From this perch, the name seems fitting. The peninsula, encircled on three sides by the Tennessee River, is shaped like a lower leg and foot that would fit a moccasin. The Bend's history of human habitation spanning 12,000 to 14,000 years ago is unique. Research suggests that the Moccasin Bend may be the nation's most significant repository of Native American history. I bet it is. Its strategic location made it a crossroads of crossroads of early Native American culture, lying just west of the Appalachian Mountains near the mouth of the Tennessee River Gorge. The Bend occupies the gentle valley of rich bottomland. The scenic valley bisects the steep escarpment of the Cumberland Plateau, making the Bend the region's best staging ground for the east-west waterborne travel. Blessed with the temperature climate, fertile soil, fertile soil, and abundant water. The Bend proved ideal for game and animals and early hunters gathering, and as a nurturing place for settlement and agriculture. Native Americans in the Paleolithic and Archaic periods, and later the woodlands and the Mississippi periods, naturally gravitated there over millennia, establishing a succession of villages and major towns. We know that because we was just talking about that, right, Jen? You was talking about how we built everything. Like, we know that's how everything started.
That's correct.
Sparse and respectful exploration of 18 important sites on the Bend have yielded abundant evidence and habitual across these eras. Tools, Clovis points, pottery shards, remains of house, and innumerable burial sites document the consecration of Native American habitation virtually unmatched in the Southeast. Among the Bend's most celebrated archaeological sites are the Vulcan site, where midden deposits, hearts, and pit house features have been radiocarbon dated to 1335 BC. In Hampton Place, near the hill of the Bend, where remains shows that a large palisaded Indian town existed for a long time, dating from at least about 14,000 AD. Evidence also shows that early European explorers Hernando de Soto in 1540 and Juan Pardo in 1566 through 68 eventually arrived in the area and possibly passed through the Bend itself when Creek Indian occupied it. Much later, well after the Cherokees had been removed, the Bend had occupied by Union soldiers as the Civil War raged around Chattanooga. Earthen artillery emplacements remain today, not far from the Indian burial mounds. Despite removal, Native Americans have never lost their attachment to the Bend. Local descendants of the Cherokees and other Native American people regularly visit to pray among the mortuary sites or to seek solitude and remembrance. A deputized Native American patrol established some years ago helps the police and Bend and has virtually eliminated the midnight grave robbing. They still grave robbing and relic hunting that once desecrated the ancient burial mounds. And just y'all know, if you go to those mounds and stuff, they say you can't take anything, move anything out of place. It's got to stay there for ancient burial rites and all this, even though they dig up and take and steal every damn thing. That's a whole nother story for another day. But yeah. You want me to keep reading, bro, a little more? You got what you wanted to read pulled up?
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to see what's on a different computer, but all it was showing is we was at the Cherokee City, where DeSoto would have been. It's strange his name popped up, but we went to the Cherokee City where right down the street is the ancient Egyptian site that I showed you all, the Namu 102. That's right down from Lookout Mountain. And that's right there across the street from Trail of Tears. You see, the Cherokee City is running along the Coosawatta River, and they put the Trail of Tears right across the street from the city. So people had to leave their homes, like they said, and start walking down that trail. The funny thing is, if you go to the Trail of Tears right now, you'll see these white folks playing golf on the Trail of Tears. Right now.
That's illegal. That should be like wrong.
I think we should drive by and pick them off.
Just get rid of their ass. Like, your dumb ass ain't got no sense. It's talking about here, right here. It's talking about it. Just what you just saying, bro. It's talking about bulldozers already began cutting roads for a mobile home and a strip mall development across the highway from the mansion. Man, this is sick.
Wow.
A strip mall, bro. They said a strip mall and mobile homes. So they talking about a trailer park? Is that mobile homes?
That's deep.
Man, that's disrespectful.
That's deep. Well, I just want everybody to see what's going on in Georgia. It's going on in your state too. But since we are now aware of it, we can attack it. The leader of the Cherokee don't even live in the country. He's 132% Indian blood, which is some bullshit. It's either you Indian or you're not. You can't be one half, 1/4 paint. Ain't nobody finna add all that up.
And looking pure white. You seen him, bro? He looked like a straight white man. Shit. And President Trump looked more Indian than his ass.
Yep. So like I said, if I got to go to the Cherokee Nation and go to the nation, I'm talking about where they chilling at and regulate, then so be it. Because when the police come and say this is Indian grounds, we dealing with Indian business, you can escort yourself to the public streets.
Exactly that.
Get off this reservation because we're finna handle that. You see? So at the end of the day, you know, we're gonna have to start hitting them on all sides. Political. We're gonna have to have people running for office. Everything at the same time. We start spending our money with these folks, spend our money with each other. It's no way we're the minority when we got all the buying power of America.
And they about to try to break us down. Here come these favorite two holidays. They love to try to get us. Thanksgiving and Christmas. Oh, go spend all your money, go broke, and do this, and that, and yeah, all that. That's what they're ready to pump now, bro.
Yeah,
it's that time.
Don't buy nothing. Don't buy nothing. Don't buy nothing. Matter of fact, y'all make a whole nother day that y'all celebrate. That's what we do over here. We don't celebrate Christmas. Christmas, we chilling. Everybody coming outside with new stuff. We be like, we don't care about none of that. We got our own special days when we do new shit. And we do it with nature. You'll see us with new stuff in spring. Everything's springing out. So in the spring, if you need to get a new car, get it in the spring. You know,
exactly.
Or whatever. But other than that, we don't celebrate. I don't celebrate none of the holidays since I know all of them is against me.
Right. My kids, you know, they knew. My kids understood. I always, even before I was really woke, my kids always was aware of certain things because I felt like when it came to that Christmas thing, I never could get why I'm gonna let my kid think this fat white man came and brought him stuff that I don't work my ass off for. That's not gonna happen. I never believed in doing that. My mom didn't do it. When I was a kid, my mom, she'll let us know you're behind them. Do what you're supposed to do. You ain't getting nothing. And I'm the one that's controlling this. You know what I'm saying? She ain't play them type of game. My mom didn't lie to us. She wasn't fictitious with us. She didn't play games with us. She was loving, caring, sweet, and that was that. So, I did the same thing with my kids. Let them know these holidays fake. I told them about what the holidays come from the Valentine's Day to this to that, everything. I explain them, and I let them know it's not, we don't have to participate in that. They don't look forward to that. And I take care of my kids. I always had to take care of my kids, so they ain't got to stress me. Oh, we need this new toy, this. No, y'all good. Shit, I ain't stressing that.
That's right. That's right. I ain't stressing none of that stuff no more. I tell you what all we just covered today on this broadcast, it says a lot. We researched that one word, Nestorian.
No, that was the one after that it went into monophysitism. Let me go back. It was actually yes, Nestorian. You're right, Nestorian. Nestorianism.
And it took us all the way to communion.
And that took us and reminded us of the cannibalism.
The Electable. Said he was delicious.
Oh my God.
Yeah, better start eating that Larry seasoning salt. Oh my goodness, man.
Getting perfectly seasoned for you know what's crazy, right? How they pump all these different foods and the fast foods and all this junk on people, right? And then if you've seen that movie Hannibal Lecter, right?
Mm-hmm.
What did he do before he killed the person so he could eat them? Man, he fed them the best of food, the best. It was like, man, they sitting there like, ooh, this delicacy, and man, he fed them the best of everything to get them real juicy. Make sure they meat was tender and prepping them just like they be prepping us. Wow. That's the way I see it. That's the same way they prep us. Eat this, eat that, all this junk stuff. Because what they do, don't know which one, who they gonna pluck off. So shit, just have you ready. That's the way I'm seeing it. We want to get rid of you anyway. We want to kill you, put nanoparticles in you. We doing this, we doing that. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I don't know. That's the way I see it. It's crazy, brother. It's crazy.
Man, they say they ate they God. That means damn.
Make it a whole part of us. Like, which page was that, bro? I want to read that again tonight myself.
Man, I'm telling you, I am.
That was 114, right?
We was we didn't go to 114. We went to 265.
Oh, 265.
And 142.
Oh, 142. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out a little more intently when I can, yeah.
You read it. You read it. You read it.
I know, bro, but it was some other words. I didn't want to keep going into this word and the meaning of this, and this was talking about this.
Sure, we can go into those meetings because we need to have that full understanding.
Okay, let me see, because it was something else that was standing out to me. Something I saw reading that. It was saying, let's see, in the thousands of monasteries in China's key cities, it proclaimed their faith aggressively, praising the Christian message in the theological language of the Confucian court in order to make it intellectually acceptable to the Chinese scholar. So, Confucian. You know how they be like, Confucius say this and all this other stuff. Confucianism is derived from Christianity. I never knew that.
What?
That's what it just said, bro. You want me to read that part again? Hold on, let me go back. I was going to get into this, but that looked crazy. It says right here, let's see. All right, I'm going to go up a little bit. It says, when Alapin arrived at Chang'an 635, he was almost immediately commissioned to translate the Nestorian sutras into Chinese. Scholars were assigned to assist him in 638. The first Christian was, wait a minute, I lost place. The first Christian book was published. The Sutra of Jesus, the Messiah. The Sutra of Jesus, the Messiah. That was the first Christian book that they published. It sold to introduce the Chinese to the Christian faith.
Yep.
Same thing. And specifically pointed out that the gospel contained nothing subservible to China's ancient traditions. So it convinced them, hey, it's nothing, hey, it's not changing it. Just like they told our people. Because loyalty to the state and filial piety, I've heard that. What does that mean? Loyalty to the state and filial piety. What does that mean, James? Do you know offhand or no?
It says filial.
I've heard that before. I don't know where, but I've heard somebody saying it or talking about it. And it says state and filial piety, where the essence of the law of Christ. This pleased the emperor, and by decree he proclaimed the virtue of the Nestorian religion, gave Alapin the title of Great Spiritual Lord, Protector of the Empire, Metropolitan Chang'an, and opened China's door to the gospel. Let it be preached freely in our empire. The Nostalgians established monasteries in China's key cities and proclaimed their faith aggressively, phrasing the Christian message in the philosophical language of the Confucian court in order to make it intellectually acceptable to the Chinese scholars. So they had to make it, they had to switch it, more spellbinding, whatever way they did, they made the Confucian. They made the confusion with the Confucian. You hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't that something? The Confucian. So, and then when you click on it, it says Confucian. It's actually called Confucianism. The religion of Kong is an East Asian school of ethical philosophy. I can't get this word out. Thank you, Jane. Philosophical. I could see it and could not get it out. And more contentiously, religious thought originally developed from the teachings of the early Chinese sage Confucius. So, dang, they had like different Confucius. As a school of thought. So, when we think about that, the school of thought is the mind. That's the spirit. So, it was a school of the spirit. So, it took them from that to put them into the Christian through the, what is it called, bro? Whatever, Noster, whatever it is.
Nestorian.
The Nestorian. So it took them from the spirit of thought, the spirit of thought to Noster, whatever it is. Ain't that something?
Yes.
Same thing.
This is crazy.
So it says that it is primarily focused on morality, interpersonal ethics, and the cultivation of civility, which is understood to contribute to the establishment of a harmonious and well-ordered society. A well-ordered society. I don't like them damn words. Those who argue for the school's religious dimensions, a group that seems to represent an ever-increasing percentage of scholars and sinologists. So they had them type those what you call the Scientologists. I know this is out of the same shit. I don't even know it. Ain't looked the word up, but I know it is because it says scholars and sinologists, and I know that's got something to do with that Church of Scientology crap. Argue that the seemingly secular focus of Confucian thought simply reflects the notion of an anthropocentric cosmos, where the mandate of heaven, tie-in, and avenues of transcendence are utterly inanimate realities. It's a lot more to read on that, but this is tripping me out when thinking like, you know.
Wow.
So they had a spirit. Their Confucian, their original Confucian was a spirit was a spirit of a spirit nature. So then they came in and they let the emperor say, okay, yeah, y'all can start using that over here. And then they took them out of that into that double. And this is another, the same way, like with the Christianity, it's like people see a sky god versus really God. You know, it's just, it's crazy.
Correct.
Religion spread about 10, probably they said, my understanding about the 100 cities. They said they went through about 100 cities. Yeah, that's crazy, bro.
Wow.
It says that Christianity is extinct in China. The native Christians have perished in one way or another. The church has been destroyed, and there is only one Christian left in the land. And that said in 2010. Now that sounds crazy. In the whole land of China, you know how many people in China? What the hell?
Yeah, they removed Christianity out of China.
That's what it said, bro. I didn't know that.
Yeah, because I bet you they got to the communion part.
So they broke away from the Nestorianism, and they went more back into their older ways.
Yeah, they had to go back to Buddha. So Alexander, he went through China and Japan. Alexander the Great, that's what they call him. And he changed all their religions. Tore down a lot of stuff. He couldn't tear down everything, but he tore down enough. That's why they call him the Great.
It's some book. What is this book?
And it's funny, the book that I pulled out, I wasn't trying to go biblical today, but we was reading about Western discoveries, and all it kept pulling up is Hebrews, Israelites, all these cities and landmarks, and we trying to get to the discovery. We all up in the Bible all of a sudden.
Right.
So that's why I say once you start researching so far back, it turns biblical. You can't help but to see it.
It just ties back into it. But it's not that it turns biblical, bro. You know what it is? The history itself, right, is revealing the truth of how they use our information, our history, and configured it. This is what I be trying to tell people. That's why I'm like, you just confirm it so much to me, bro. Everything my spirit be showing me, it's like something always come to confirm it. Because I know I'm not knowing and seeing different facts of things for sure. Some stuff be linking together. Like I said, the puzzle be coming together, but it's like I can't just, fit it all together if I ain't get all the pieces. But the more the pieces come together, I get a clearer picture. So everything you're saying, right? Everything we've been reading, everything we keep going over, all this stuff we searching and stuff, it just keep confirming for me that they took all of our information, everything that was done, found ways to twist it, turn it, spellbind it so that it looks this way, make this look that way. Let's whitewash pictures. Let's whitewash history. Let's take over here. Let's whitewash blood lines. Let's, we do all this. We good to go. And that's what they did. And then they used our information, our own information, the stuff we should be using to know how powerful and strong and this and that we were, to diminish us, take it away from us, put it in a whole nother land with other people, say it was other folks, we wasn't nothing, we was nothing to the land, we never had nothing, we always been a dirty nothing, come from nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just crazy. It just confirms it all.
Wow. Everything, yep, it confirms it all. They took what we had, and we can see the pervertedness of what they all made.
Say that, brother. The pervertedness. That's just what it is, bro. The pervertedness.
We watch the pervertedness of the Q dogs.
Yep. And most of the stuff they do is under pervertedness. Even the trickery of our people. They came over here with these pale skinned, these men was thinking with the wrong heads. They looking like, using them, and they were slaves too. They was more, they were used. That's how they manipulated, by using these white slaves to come over here to trick these people. They was enslaved and they forced to do it, forced to go sleep. That's why they act like they do now. It's in their blood. They was bred as whores. Not trying to be funny, but it's the truth. That's what was going on. They was breeding them. They was breeding these young women, 12, 13-year-old Slavic, and all these women. They had them. They trained them up and They was doing all these perverted deeds with them and the young boys, not just the women, the boys and the women. They took them to these different lands. They was letting these people do all this weird, freaky stuff with them and stuff. As they doing that, they start spreading all the diseases and stuff. And man, a whole conglomerate of perverted shit that started all this. And then when they coming over, they filthy, they dirty. They don't really know how to clean shit. To this damn day, they barely clean. I had a sister tell me the other day how the lady told her she don't even bathe, properly. She tell her son, oh, you don't got school, you don't gotta bathe, and this a doctor, a white doctor lady, talking about how she hate bathing.
Wow.
Seriously, bro, this crazy.
Come on.
They don't even use soap. They literally just barely get in the shower. Like, they only will get in the shower and wash their hair because their hair done built up so much oil on it, so it's filthy and disgusting. It's just hanging, looking nasty. So they will have to wash it and get in the shower.
Mm-hmm. Shout
and
out.
They believe in it. I'm sorry. Go ahead, bro.
No, you good. I was just saying, shout out to Truth Over Lies. They say they came here with their perversions and they sick animal instincts. Yep.
Yep. And they was created like that shit. They can't help it. It's in them. It's in their blood.
Too much monkey juice.
Too much of that RH. It ain't good for nobody.
And then they got down with Bigfoot.
Listen, bro, and some of them still looking just like them.
Yeah.
Listen, who was that? Oh, I don't even want to. I ain't gonna even go there. Listen, I'm gonna say this. It's a brother, right? That he covers himself up a lot, right? Now I ain't gonna say a brother. He ain't a brother. It's a guy. He covers himself up a lot, right? He hairy. I'm talking about behind ears, neck, shoulders, hands, everything. Like, you part animal. Like, seriously. You're part animal. And this being people's genes. People, oh, they just hairy. They're not just hairy for a reason. This is serious. This is not trying to be funny. This is no joking shit. We talking medical facts here. We're talking biology, chemistry, the shit that really matter. So we can't, that Bigfoot thing, the werewolf. They're literally werewolf people that they have had and seen and done studies on, and they got these people got tails. They got,
yeah.
Just sick.
Cutting off their tail. That's why they be trying to vaccinate them. So certain, they're trying to change the offspring a little bit so it won't be born with a tail.
Yeah, that's why they keep forcing that mixed stuff too, bro.
Yep.
Trying to get their line this way. They want their line more humanized from the man. Come on, using us like they always have. To get further into whatever it is that they're trying to do, and most of the time it's for some type of advancement. And now they're trying to get it where they can survive, so they need a certain amount of our bloodline in there. So, it's okay to mix and mingle. It's not okay to mix and mingle. This is why you're having deformed children. That's why you got kids coming out with all these diseases and illnesses and sicknesses and this and that. You mixing with this blood that ain't got nothing to do with your bloodline. It ain't even on the same trait. You mixing with something that got animal blood in it. Like, really. It's crazy.
Now, RL gene. Yep. That's what they got.
Man, they don't even have hair. It's they got fur. Their hair is fur, just like a puppy.
Yeah,
This stuff is facts, man. And then when people be saying this stuff, people think you being funny, or it's like, come on, just take this shit because it's real. This is like true facts.
Just look at the studies.
Look at the studies, y'all. This is, man, I ain't gonna say nothing to be funny. I don't talk about people like that, I'm only gonna say what's the real. And I'm just saying it because it's actual facts that you can look up yourself. It's not nothing to be joking about or, nothing. It's stuff we need to be knowing so we can look and be like, well, shit, damn. Now I see why y'all always calling us an animal. Reverse psychology is a bitch.
Yeah, because, that's what a person to do. They know they came from the monkey, so they want to say we came from the monkey.
That's right. Ooh, they look like monkeys. Oh, y'all monkey this, y'all monkey that. Put their
Yeah.
lips next to a monkey lips. Put their
Right.
head next to a monkey.
And don't let them cut their hair.
You know, Facebook, I used to be putting shit up, man. I ain't care. I used to be blocking me because listen, this stuff is so true. When you got the pictures to prove it, they really be mad. They be big mad.
I'm gonna
I
say
had
they
this one,
all.
what you call it, the meme had like the picture of the werewolf dude. Then it had the baby with the tail. Then it had the grown man showing his tail. And the other one, I don't remember what was the other one, but the other one showing something else of theirs. They blocked me. I'm like, well, damn, it's shit, y'all. What the hell y'all blocking it for? Why y'all get mad? Y'all want people to see the truth? This is facts. Pull it up now, actually. Yeah, this shit is crazy. Telling everything that's us and ours, they turn it to them. They turn it to make it's a part of them, or they built it, they started it, they created it. It came from us. We did this, we did that. Well, damn, did we do anything?
Right.
Y'all want to give us none of the credit for nothing. It's
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
None of them can build it today. None of them can build anything.
They go to schools for 10, 12 years and learning, designing this, and that, just to try to figure out how to do something. The stuff that our kids would be doing in high school, it'd be natural. Indoctrinating our kids in these school systems so they could take them away from their natural talents and their gifts and be able to work on the things that could build better futures for us, all of that. Crazy. Bro, I don't know, but it's a lot. I'm looking forward to the next one. What's good? When can I schedule for our next build, bro? Because I definitely want to do this again. It could be I'm waiting on sis to let me know about one with the matrix. I'm hoping they can find some time for me. I'm hoping they could do one day in the next week or so. But a week or two or whenever it's good for you. I
Mm-hmm.
just want to schedule because you know how your time be or whatever. So
Yeah, I had kind of
um,
got caught up today. Yeah, because I know I was going live on something, dealing with some stuff earlier today. So I know we was all over there too. So, oh boy, it's just been a busy day, y'all. It's just been a busy day. But yeah, I come in, just hit me up maybe next week or something. I'll come on. What you do it on Wednesdays?
yeah, you want to do it next Wednesday again? I would love that. Then we can keep it regular. Then people know that this is what I'm doing on this day. Until you get a feel of it. But yeah, I definitely want to do
Mm-hmm.
that. It's look how much it's so much information, bro. It ain't like we'll get tired of doing it. So
Right, right. I'm telling you, we barely scratch these books. That's why I tell everybody pick a chapter and go over it so we all can teach each other. Because it's a lot of information in these books. I didn't know that book was going to go biblical on that, on the Western discoveries, or go into that type of history. So,
I
we should have been looking at artifacts. It's talking about something totally different.
mm.
Yeah, so yeah, next week we'll do it again.
All right, bro. I appreciate you definitely. Yeah, I had a long day myself, but
Yeah, I gotta get ready for work tomorrow.
yes, your day is over for the relaxing, relaxing and building at the same time, getting it out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You
Well,
know
I would
it.
really appreciate you, bro. Thank you so much. And yeah, next week we'll do the same thing, 6 o'clock Central Standard Time. I think that's what 7 your time, bro. I think that's what the mix up
Yep.
time for you.
It was 7 o'clock.
Okay, so
Yep.
7 o'clock next week, bro, for you. Yep. Until the next bill, bro. I already know if you catch me live, you'll jump up. If I see you, I'll jump up. If I see you then, if not, next week. And peace and love. Thanks again. I appreciate you. And you didn't put the information in the back chat. I think I did share the YouTube page, bro. Let me go back to it.
Oh man.
Your page.
I've been
Let me
so
do it. Let me
busy.
share it again. I'll do it, bro. I'm gonna put it in the chat for you.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
I got so many tabs open. Close some of this.
But that's what I'm doing now. I'm looking. Like, okay. All right. All right, guys. This is Mr. Rosell's YouTube. Please go over there so we can make sure that you are keeping in touch. And yeah, we're going to be doing this again next week, next Wednesday at 6 p.m. Central Standard Time on the main radio. We'll be going over some more information, making sure we are opening up portals on you guys' minds, and yeah, all that because it's a lot going on, guys. We gotta be wise so we have strength. Strength is knowledge. So just knowing things gives you an inner strength. It gives you power to know factual stuff about yourself, not wondering about your history and believing what other people are putting in there for you to be diminished in your mind and spirit. Low nature creature. That's people. That's not us. That is not us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So that's about it, guys. I could play a song before we get up out of here. Actually, no, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait because I gotta. I want to do a playlist too. But yeah, I appreciate you, James, once again. Thank you so much, bro. Until next time, peace and love to my panel, and my chat, everybody that came through. I really appreciate you guys for showing the love and attention. I hope you guys heard something that was mind blowing because we heard a lot of mind blowing things ourselves and we was reading it. So yeah, peace and love. Do something great. If you wake up tomorrow, with a good spirit, you might be able to share some of that love with somebody else. Try and do that. Do anything that feels good to your heart or hopefully to somebody else's. And, let's do that. Peace and love to everybody. And yeah, that's about it, guys. We're out. Until next time.